So Econfina has been one of those locations on my list over the years. I've found myself here a couple of times. The first time I had ever came to Econfina was roughly 22 years ago for a trout tournament that used to be held up here out of Crawfordville. And that started my interest in the Econfina area. And then since then, I've driven here for some tournaments over the years, and was real excited to hear that Greg was gonna settle here and reinvent his guide service, so to speak. And me and Greg's great buddies, so it was an easy decision to come up and spend the day with him and just cut the fool and catch some redfish on the airboats. You know, normally we would have the deck cat, and we would take care of business in the deck cat, no matter what it is. But under this circumstances, we had 3 freezing days. We had a full moon, which always brings a super negative tide. Well, Greg had these airboats, and there was no way possible that we would catch the fish in the deck cat that we would in the airboat. And let's be honest, sometimes it's just about catching fish and having fun. Greg, I tell you what, buddy, you've been right about a lot of things since I've known you, but you was the most right just then by saying leave the deck cat at home.
Yeah, it's like I said, when the water goes out, you know as well as I do down by your neck of the woods too, there's just no getting prop boats up there, you know, in the water prop boats anyway.
No, you was rubbing rocks and sliding over rocks and...
Yep. Yeah, you go over 2 inches of water to get to 2 foot of water, and, and that's your hole.
Yeah, and that's what we've done. We slid right in here, and me and you were doing sign language, you know, as we were coming in. We were seeing a V-wake here and a V-wake there, so they're home. But what's your thoughts here? What?
Well, so this creek, there's a trough right here. There's a hole here. We're sitting on a flat right now. We're sitting in about 3-4 inches of water. So these fish have to be in these holes. They really have no place they can be. It's almost, you know, like fishing in a barrel.
Yeah.
So what happens, you know, we have a very, you know, with the airboats, we very much have a tactical advantage.
Yeah.
We can get to them when they can't get away.
That's right.
So, and even, you know, everybody always says, well, God, they're so noisy, and how do you get fishing with a, you know, with a boat being that noisy? Well, the first thing you gotta remember is all the sound is above the water. You know, so these really in the water aren't as loud as an outboard.
Right.
And the fish can't go anywhere. You know, they'll push away from you, and you'll notice that, you know, you'll make 4 or 5 casts sometimes, and you won't hook a fish, then all of a sudden it's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Because they slide back to where they were.
So these fish over here, when you have this big negative tide, they get pulled into low spots. And the key is to be able to get to those low spots at the right time. Today we had a little bit of outgoing water, then faced with some slack water, and then of course brought flood tide. The flood tide come in like a barrel of monkeys. The bait of choice today was paddle tails, and the key that kept us out of trouble was we used a Texas Eye Z-Man jig head in the 1/8 ounce. The trick to that was we were able to bury and make it weedless with the hook design versus a regular jig head. We decided real quick throwing the regular jig head was not the answer. That Texas Eye rig was definitely the one. We know there was some back there because we seen them waking off the edge.
Yeah, oh, they might have. There's one. I got you closed off. I don't feel a little better there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there's a little push in front of him.
Yep. Look right here too. They're laying down here. Like I said, there's a little bit of outgoing tide. They could lay, yeah, they could lay right here because that water.
That's the natural push.
That's the drain. That one's a little better.
Yeah.
A monster yet. Yeah. Get one yet? Here, I'll fight this one as long as I can, give you a chance to catch one there.
And there it begins.
I can only fight him so long.
I told Greg, we pulled up here and I said, Greg, I said, does the worm matter? Nah, the color don't matter.
Hey, if you want me to throw that one, I'll throw it.
Then he says, you know what, matter of fact, you know what, white's the best color, so I've been bamboozled.
Come on.
I might get a kicker crab.
Cool. Let's go catch another one for Danny does.
So the key to fishing the area this time of the year with the airboat is finding those special little spots that are washed out that the fish funnel into. Now here's the important part that we learned really quick this morning. Fishing these holes, as the natural washout happens, you reach a lot of rock. So lots of jig head losses happen in the play. What we learned real quick was the Texas Eye Z-Man jig head in the 1/8 ounce wasn't real heavy, so with the current flows, it would get down low where the fish were at, but you wouldn't get hung in the rocks. The hook design is weedless, which helps a bunch and keeps you out of trouble.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I gotta figure them out now. You're in trouble. I had to match your small one with a smaller one.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure that matches the small one. See? There goes the big fish, or the big bait, big fish theory.
Yep, out the window. Yeah, it's bigger than his head.
Yeah, that little guy there. Man, he don't even get no airtime.
No, he don't get nothing.
He's just out.
Yeah, I got time for that.
We got confidence. Like the thing that, the reason I really like running the airboat's the same as when I was down in.
Uh-oh, I told you I was gonna get it right in a minute.
Well, I was giving you that.
Oh, I think I outdid yours. No,
Oh,
maybe
come
not.
on
Maybe
now.
Maybe not.
Golly.
Maybe not. They're about the same.
What?
Yeah, this is definitely about the same as yours.
Oh, come on.
Prove it. Where's yours at?
He's on video, I know that.
Hey. I think pretty close. Oh, look at
that. You
I did something somebody else couldn't do.
That
Somebody.
fish is thankful.
Yeah, he's like, can you get that other one while you're at it?
Can you get that line off me?
We'll snip that, buddy. We're not. Well, I might can get down there and get it. Yeah. What a leader!
Holy cow! Looks like 40-pound leader. Here, let me see you right together.
Yeah, let me see if I can't help the old boy out here. I don't have I call them deep divers. I don't have them with me, but.
He'd be happy just to get a little bit of that line from tangle behind you.
It's on in there behind. I think it'd do more damage. We'll let him deal with that.
Yep, he'll get rid of it.
Oh, we're getting a little extracurriculars tail slap.
Yeah. That's because he was only in 2 inches of water.
One thing that I can say that I learned about the Econfina area today that I didn't learn in prior visits is you better know where you're going, and you better have your prop and lower unit as high as possible everywhere you go. The rocks over here are everywhere. So the ride in the airboat brought a whole lot of light to that. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
Finally one decided to help us out again.
That feels like a decent one.
That figures. This one-sided stuff.
Well, I ain't gonna say that I'm on your side, but that's okay. If you'd have caught him, you know, when you were over here.
I think that's the one that nudged me earlier.
Yeah.
I think we should switch. Here you come
You
over
want me
here.
to switch? Okay. Well, I'll try and pull my
Don't
fish
lose
to
him
my
this
side.
time. Don't lose him this time.
It's like taking a picture, man. You get the camera ready and everything, and there he goes.
Yeah, he's not
He's
bad.
He's just a little stubborn. He's just a little stubborn. They do fight good in these creeks, I will say that. I've always noticed that, even when we used to just fish the holes down in Charlotte Harbor, that it seems like they fight harder than they do when they're just on the open flat. I don't know why, but. My name is Greg Devault. I've been a charter captain for 28 years now. We're now in Econfina, which is between St. Mark's and Perry. It's a quiet little area. We've got the Econfina River, which dumps into the Gulf, and that is where we fish today. And that is the area we're in right now. And we're building building a life here. We're building a new lodge up this way, right here on this property actually. And like I said, this is gonna be ground zero. This is gonna be home for the foreseeable future for us.
Right off the bat this morning, Greg said beta choice color doesn't matter, but profile does. So we stuck with the Mirror Little John and the Z-Man Kicker Crab. Those two were the hot baits of the day, matched with the Texas Eye Rig Jig.
My roots to this area are probably about from 40 years ago, when we used to come hunting up here. And then life happened, we grew up, and I lived in Newport Richey, grew up in Newport Richey, became a charter captain off of Pasco County, and that wound up being my career. And in the last 5 years, as everybody knows, Florida has just exploded with population, and our little area on the coast in Newport Richey and Pasco County was hit hard. The main reason we moved up here is because we were looking for an area that we could get away from population and that we could actually, me and a good friend of mine, Stephen Kovac, decided we wanted to go into the lodge business. So behind us here, we've got a little over an acre here, and we're going to have a 6,000 square foot lodge that's going to have 6 bedrooms, a large commercial kitchen, big dining area, big common area, TVs, pool tables, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be able to house between 12 and 14 anglers. On the front side of the property, we have a boat barn. We're going to use a lot of the local guides here to, take our clients fishing. I'm still going to do a lot of fishing. We're going to do duck hunting, quail hunting. We have the ability out of St. Mark's, which is about 20 minutes from here, to do offshore fishing. And then we also, within about 40 minutes of here, have Lake Talquin, Lake Seminole, which have some world-class freshwater fishing, stripers, largemouth, specks, bluegills, all that. So there's going to be a lot to do. The lodge is going to be absolutely stunning when it's done. We have renderings of it. We're hoping to break ground here very soon, within the next couple weeks, and be ready to go by the end of the year. So this whole area will look a lot different. The lodge will be set up 16 foot, and then it's going to look like just a large cabin in the sky. There we go. Oh, crabby crab. He ain't big, but
no, he ain't.
He was hungry.
But he's a digit. You're gonna have to tighten up.
Yeah, you better get you one now. I hooked one. Yeah, he ain't tiny. Oh.
And that's the thing about the creek. That's a keeper. He's probably 20-ish, 19, 20-ish, but you don't get a whole lot of big fish. That's just not the time of the year for the big fish.
No.
But the numbers make up for oh, there we go.
There's uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta see how big yours is. See if I let mine go.
He's staying down like, oh, well.
Oh, yeah, we'll hold on.
Dang, he got off. Look, another one got off. Hey, the big one got off. I got it.
You got this one's brother.
He's little brother.
Yeah, little brother. That's all right. Yeah, but it's true what you were saying is this time of year, you notoriously get smaller fish anyway.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I feel this area, because I don't catch a lot of overslot fish.
Yeah.
Even in the spring and fall.
Okay.
So, I think with us being so close to, the barrier islands to our west over there, St. George, and then you got Port St. Joe and all that area there, where you have the big passes that those big fish breed in.
Right.
I think we get the benefit of the breeding that all the eggs wind up over in our marsh.
You got to be against that dirt over there. That's what I'm learning.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I think he knew that. I feel like you knew that when we got here. I feel like you
I gave you the first cast.
I feel like you withheld information.
It's 20 yards wide.
Oh! That one, man, that was an overslot. What was that, 35?
At least.
There we go. He laid down on it. It was subtle. Did you get bit too?
I got bit too.
You got the same fish?
No, no, mine's bigger.
I can't have nothing.
I'm waiting for you to get yours out. There we go.
What
Thank
are you doing over there on my side of the
Well,
boat?
that's what happens. Big fish run, man.
Dang.
You can't just reel them across the top like that.
I tell you. That crab is making me look bad. I'm going back to my gold bait.
I got another one in there if you want it.
I'm gonna stick to my guns.
Okay. Boy, he ate it too.
Anybody can catch one on a kicker crab.
Come on now. Just put a kicker crab on the airboat and you're done, right?
Yeah. Hey.
That one.
There you go. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, there we go.
Now. What'd you loosen your drag up?
Oh my gosh, the drag is blowing loose. I gotta tighten it. Let me get on the hot side.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll catch one off your side. Oh, look at that one. That might be a keeper. That's a change for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels different.
I thought I heard that somewhere.
Yeah. See ya. My biggest takeaway about Econfina is there's definitely plenty of bait and plenty of fish. In just a short time this morning, we had a limit of trout and a limit of reds, plus many, many more, if that was even a factor. Everything got released, but the fishery is very healthy with tons and tons of bait and tons of opportunity. All you gotta do is get in there and just kind of keep your head moving and look for opportunities, and you'll find them pretty quickly.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
That one feels better.
All right.
He's better.
Oh yeah. All right.
Well, he does. I mean, just kind of got heavy.
Yeah. Well, they're cold.
Yeah.
3 days of 30 degrees will do that.
Yep.
All right, quit fish. I got it trapped. Well, Greg, I got to be honest with you. You did it right in perfect fashion. You said at the very end of the day, I got this cool little spot that we got to have water for.
Yep.
And you said it funnels in here, and buddy, it does funnel. We'll turn this one back and then we'll come back.
All right.
And you said we got to have the push of water, got to have the funnel, we got a funnel. Picked him up right on that corner right there on that hard rip.
Yep.
He was laying in there lazy behind that water flow, pouring over that shell pile. And he's a biggin, and he ain't got no spots. The first time he's ever been caught his whole life.
First time.
It's unbelievable how you pinned that. I mean, you couldn't have done that no better. Put my rod down. Holding his own.
I'll carry it, don't worry.
Let me know if you need some help.
All
you
right.
need to reel it in or something. You get tired, just let me know.
You want it? I wouldn't do that to you.
Man, he was laying right there,
He
just
was
like
laying
was
right
hoping. Coming over there, catching that stuff, blowing over.
Isn't it nice when they're where they're supposed to be?
Yeah, no, it really helps when they do exactly what your brain says is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get on the same page. It's perfect. That's a nice fish.
That is a good one. Man, it's almost like tournament fishing. I was like, oh, we gotta get this fish out.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, hopefully this one won't give me a fit like that last one.
He's a little bigger than that last one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Man, I didn't see a spot. I ain't kidding, I didn't see a spot.
I don't see one.
What is going on with that?
We got two of them.
No,
Two.
there's one on this side.
Is there one? Okay.
All right,
So
hold on, fish.
He got it once already.
Whoa, calm down.
You got him there?
I got him. This one ain't quite as bad as that. Yeah, he ain't quite as bad as that last one. That last one kept just
Trying to bend
stiffening up on me. Yeah, he don't have a spot on this side.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's
I
good
thought for a
fish.
second we was gonna catch 2 in a row with no spots. That was gonna be weird. Well, man,
We got the good one.
man, I tell you what, we pulled in here and literally fishy brains went. I mean, water's blowing over that bar.
Yep.
We've been seeing bait, big water movement, big high shell bar, creek
Where they
mouth,
should be.
right where he should be, and that's the results.
Yeah, he's pretty.
That is
Probably
about
the biggest one we've had today.
Yeah, and he's probably right there about 27. He's right in there at it. He might crack over just a little bit, but he is fine and dandy.
Yeah, man.
Nice job, dude. You have dialed it in from the day one, so to speak, today. You have done well.
I'd have to say probably the highlight of the day was that we were able to get up here and really show off the area. Not a lot of people see this area, and out of the airboats especially, you can see it in a whole different way. I mean, you get to see it at a time when it's exposed. You know, the fishing is always a highlight up here. It's always good. Even on the days that you struggle up here, it's still pretty good. And the fish are beautiful. I mean, it's like I said, just being able to go out there is always the highlight of my day. But I would say today, just, you know, the way we had beautiful weather, a lot of fish, and, you know, it was really great company. So
I first met Greg about 8 or 9 years ago at a power pole event, and since then we've touched base and kept in touch. We've spent some time in Louisiana, and we've really hit it off as buddies. We get on the phone and talk about our good days and bad days. So getting a chance to just get out on the airboats, make a bunch of casts, poke at each other and rile on each other was a heck of a way to spend the morning this morning. And honestly, I can't wait to do it again next year when the lodge is up and running. And man, it's just going to be a great time to come over and cut the full with him again, catch some fish, but this time we're going to get to take it back and cook it up and see how good he can cook.
You know, I'm looking forward to getting Danny and his crew back up here next year. We're shooting to have the lodge done by the end of the year, which, you know, the end of 24, which will be right about the time the airboat season kicks in, December, January. So I mean, we can get them back up here. There's an open invite to come back up. We can do the lodge. We can get on the airboats again and tear some more fish up.
Getting over here this morning at Econfina and getting to fish with Greg all morning in them rock holes was a lot of fun. I cannot wait to see how the lodge comes out and get back over here in season 3 and see if I can't catch me some revenge